It's that time of year again, and it's starting to look a little spooky in Uncle Chris's kitchen. Whatever could be going on? Because we are doing a Halloween food pantry run. What?
Uncle Chris, what you got cooking? Smells so good. Everyone's looking.
All right, nieces and nephews, yes, we are decorating for Halloween, and we have a Halloween food pantry run for you tonight, starting from left to right. We are going to do these wonderful onions. Look at this. I got a whole 2 bags of petite onions. Now, you know what? I have a special meal planned for these onions that we're going to prepare tonight. I am so excited because I'm going to show you something I'm going to attempt for the first time, and I know it's going to come out good because sometimes when you do something the first time, it just comes out right. Isn't that right, Mr. Pumpkin? All right. Now, we also got a bag of wonderful golden potatoes. Roast these with a little olive oil and some Italian seasoning, and you have some good eats right there. Now, we got some hamburger helper. Of course, I'm only going to use the pasta. I'm going to use my own seasoning, my own mix. Somebody asked me, why do you not use the seasoning packets in the hamburger helper? Or, as you see here, I got 2 things of macaroni and cheese. You don't use the packets of seasoning in there either. I said, no, I do not. And there's a reason for that. Now let's take a look. Now I have recently conquered my high blood pressure. Gotten it under control. Hold on. There we are. I want to show you something. Look at the sodium content. 580 milligrams per serving. How many servings in this container? 5. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm just putting the truth out there. You see it for yourself. I'm not downing anybody, but okay, enough said. Now, let's also look at the sodium content in here. You got to read these things, nieces and nephews. No. Okay. Let me get this in focus. 570 milligrams of sodium in here per serving. How many servings? 3. Wow. What's the serving size? 2.5 ounces. Now, you know what? I could eat a whole plate of macaroni and cheese. I don't know about you, but okay. I'm just saying. That's why I make my own cheese sauce, and I make my own sauce for my hamburger helper. Now, moving along. Frosted Flakes. Jay loves these things. He loves them for breakfast. I know they're probably not as good as they used to be, but, you know, nothing is. I want to compare the product content of today's stuff with the product content as it was in the 70s. I'm going to do a show on that. Oh, got some pasta for spaghetti, or baked spaghetti, or some Halloween noodly dishes. I'll show you some of that. Look at this, a bag of pinto beans. I'm going to show you, I did a cabbage and bean soup. I'm going to show you my other soup with pinto beans. It's a bean soup with ham, bit of a Spanish style to it. You will love it, okay? Moving on. Look at this. We got some chicken drumsticks right on time. With that bag of beans, my soup will be delicious. I'm going to make my own broth, okay? Then we got 2 packs of turkey. Wonderful. Can you say casserole heaven, here I come? I can. Right, Mr. Skull? All right. We have 2, my favorite, soft wheat bread. You know, put that on the bloopers reel. We got wheat bread. I love this bread. It's inexpensive, it's fresh, it's wonderful. Now here, a can of salmon. So you know what, it's time for me to make some salmon croquette. Or my seafood cakes, but I love some salmon croquette and I've been wanting some, so I'm gonna make some. Look, I've got some armored chili. Now, I would let Jay do this for chili dogs and stuff like that. I myself, it's got too much sodium in it for me, so I can't do it. But low sodium tomato sauce. That's going to make a wonderful dish, or a lasagna, or my meatless lasagna, my zucchini lasagna. I love that. Peach slices. I'm going to freeze these up and make me a wonderful smoothie. Peach smoothie with some pumpkin spice for Halloween. Cut green beans. These are going in my casserole. Yes, yes. Some black beans. Wonderful. And I love corn. I got whole kernel corn. Sweet corn. This is my favorite. Absolute favorite. I got a huge thing of pasta sauce. Definitely going to use that for a casserole. Some more peanut butter and jelly. Don't sleep on this jelly. It's really good. Okay. And I love this peanut butter. Oh, come on now. Peanut butter treats for Halloween. I'll show you how to do that. And I've got some tuna in water. Chicken of the sea. This is really good tuna. I might just make me a tuna sandwich for lunch tomorrow with some tomato soup. Oh, that sounds good. Now, moving on. My absolute favorite type of lettuce, romaine. I love it. I got 2 things of romaine lettuce. Gonna make some wonderful salads. And I've got some green peppers, nice and fresh. These I will add to my other dishes I'm gonna make. Or, how about, nieces and nephews, check this out. I will make you my chopped salad. It has corn in it, it has black beans, it has green peppers, of course romaine lettuce, some cheese, and I make my own honey, garlic, basil dressing. Yes, yes, yes. Right, Mr. Skeleton. Right. Jay loves this thing. All right. I'm going to pan to show you what we got. And also to show some of the decorations we're about to put up. Aren't these cute? Miss Bambi got me these. I just love them. I love my candles there and the skulls. Mr. Pumpkin's up there. Yes. We're going to have the eyes in the window. All right, and look at this. Now, you see these onions? Guess what we're about to make, nieces and nephews? I'm going to take these onions and I'm going to make French onion soup. You know, with the cheese melted on top? Yes, yes, yes. One of my favorites. I saw the French chef, Julia Child, make that, and I've always wanted to do it. And I promised you soups and casseroles for the next Uncle Chris shows, since it's all wintry time coming up and fall time, and especially cozy nighttime watching horror movies before Halloween. All right, let's go over to the stove and let me show you how to make some French onion soup. All right, nieces and nephews, we're over at the stove. Now, what I have done, I have chopped up a whole bunch of these onions, and all these are these yellow onions. Ooh, I got spooky sounds going in the background, can you hear? All right, so I chopped up about 8 or 9 of these. It just depends. Just chop up enough that you feel you have enough to do it. So like I said, this is a regular colander, so you know how much I got. 8 or 9 onions, okay? I'm going to put on a big old pot. Now remember something. The thinner the pot, the more you got to watch. I'm having this on a lower heat, but this pot's kind of thin, so I got to watch it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these onions in here with about a good tablespoon of oil and a whole stick of butter, because I got a lot of onions, okay? So I'm going to make a fair amount of soup. I'm going to caramelize these onions, okay? This is a good night to have us some good soup. Ha! Yes, I'm gonna stir this around. Now I'm gonna turn it down while I stir it around. Yeah, this is a thin pot, so you gotta keep that fire low. By keeping the fire low, you're gonna be able to caramelize the onions the right way, okay? Yep. Now also this recipe calls for a tablespoon of thyme. I don't have thyme, so if you don't have the spice thyme, you can use oregano, and that's what I'm going to be using tonight. I'm going to put me in some oregano right now to get this going, and get this smelling good. Ooh, I put a little much. That's all right. You're only supposed to put a tablespoon. I probably put a little more than that. Well, maybe I didn't. We're going to see. Ooh, yeah. Smells good, though. I'm going to stir this around until all the butter is melted. And I have this on low because, like I said, this is a thin pot. Now, if I had a thicker pot, I had a fire a little higher. I want all this butter melted down. All right. Now I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I'm going to put in all my onions. And I'm going to stir them around. And all that good butter. Oh, yes. Now, I'm going to do something that I don't usually do at this point. I'm going to add, you're going to, get ready, y'all. Uncle Chris going to add something he don't usually do. I'm going to add some salt. Some what? Yeah, well, hold on. Some pink Himalayan salt. I'm going to add a little, watch me. 1, 2, 3. That's all I'm going to add. Now, that's just to bring out the flavor of the onions. That's not much. Because I got 8 onions up in here, okay? I'm going to turn this fire up a little bit. Now, this is the most time-consuming part. So you got to stir these onions. You got to make sure they don't burn. They got to caramelize. If these burn, it's going to ruin the taste of your soup. They have to be golden brown, not the color of a cast iron skillet, okay? Golden brown, okay? Caramelized. A deep, rich color, okay? I'm gonna knock these apart here. They're rough chopped, okay? By the magic of YouTube and TV, however y'all are watching. This is gonna be caramelized, okay? Hold on. I'm gonna turn the fire up a little bit just to get this going. Now, we're gonna stir these around. This will take you at least 45 minutes to maybe an hour. It depends on how much surface of the pot the onions keep hitting. But you'll also be tempted to turn the fire up to really get it going. Don't do that. It'll burn them. Like I said, you want the sweetness of these onions to come out. And when you simmer them, it comes out. Oh, here they go. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good idea. That oregano was a very good idea. Yes. Oh, yeah, we're going to turn this around. This also calls for a half a cup of red wine. That I'm going to put in. You don't have to have an expensive wine. I'll show you the one I use. But we're going to do these around and get them golden brown. All right, we are midpoint, which means they're starting to go translucent. See how they look right now? They're cooking. And the next stage after this is they start to caramelize. Oh yeah. I want to throw some shout outs. Fragile, how you doing? Fragile Audie. Audie is how I say it, right? And I want to say hello to Billy's Home Life. Yes, I do. Y'all got to check out Billy's Home Life. She has a nice channel and nice stuff over there. I also want to say hello to Miss Justnina. How you doing? How you doing, sweetheart? I saw your filter. That was cute. Now, I want to show a big shout out to Miss Deborah Jones. How you doing, sweetheart? Miss Jones said, will you throw a shout out for me? And I'm like, of course I will. Yes, Deborah, how you doing? What are you cooking out there? Let me know what you're cooking, what you specialize in, and where you all hail from. I'm in Chi-Town, as everybody knows. You know. All right. We're going to be right back, hopefully, with some caramelized onions. Oh, look. It's starting. It's starting. All right, here we go. Check it out, y'all. I'm having to transfer pots to save my onions. This thin pot started to scorch. So, I quickly, before they did that, changed the pot. Now look, I'm not putting any scorched onions in here. I'm just putting in the ones that have caramelized, okay? Because the scorched ones will make your stuff taste burnt. All right. Excuse me. Turn that fire down so we get this pot started. Now you see that? You see the color of the onions. I'm cooking a little bit more. I just wanted a little more caramelized. But since we are at this point, I do want to add a little more butter in here, just to make sure we still got enough oil or fat so it won't stick and it'll caramelize right. And butter does it better than oil will, okay? So I will just keep stirring them. Keep them flowing. This is a thicker pot, y'all. I should have been known better to use a thinner pot. But I had some leftovers, as you see, in that thin pot. To the thicker pot. So I tried to be slick and use a thin pot. That don't work. All right. So now we continue on. You see that, Deborah? You see what Uncle Chris has to go through? You see that, Frugal? You see it, Billy? And City Girl, I know you're watching and laughing. I know you're watching. Oh, Miss Nevermind, how are you? Are you still out there? Let me know if you need some more food, my dear. Okay. All right. Now, this is just about where I want them, but not quite. But I am going to add, and this is what the recipe calls for, a teaspoon of garlic. I may add more than a teaspoon because, you know, Uncle Chris likes some garlic. Stir that around. And I'm gonna add me a teaspoon, excuse me, teaspoon of black pepper. Maybe a little more. Okay, maybe just a little more to give it some kick. Look at me. I'm so excited I can't get the thing open. Okay. There we go. Ooh, now we're cooking it up. Oh, yes. I hope this comes out as good as it smells, because it's really coming up with a good aroma. You know what? Nieces and nephews, by you, sauteing these onions slow. And remember, I just used these regular yellow onions. It brings out the sweetness and the aromatic flavor of these onions. And you don't have to add any sugar at all to this. You would never think an onion to have a sweet aroma. Usually you think of onions when you cut them to make you cry. Well, these did, but cooking them up like this, oh my goodness, that's so nice. I'm going to cover these leftovers, and I'm going to come back once these are fully caramelized, and I'm going to add the thickening agent, which will be a 1/4 cup of flour. Okay? Be right back. Now, nieces and nephews, you see that? Yeah, I got them about as caramelized as I think I can get them right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in my 1/4 cup of flour. This is just to thicken the soup a little bit. I don't want it thick like a cream soup, but just thick enough. I'm going to stir this together just to cook out that floury taste. Okay? I don't want this to burn on the bottom. I got my good caramelized onions in here, so we're good. Now, I'm going to add my sodium-free beef bouillon, okay? I'm trying to make this as simple as I can for you all, because this is a food pantry dish, all right? We can look fancy without going crazy. I'm going to firstly add at least 2 quarts of water. Okay? Maybe not quite that much, but enough to definitely cover all the onions and make it look like it's a soup thing going on here. I've turned up my fire and I'm stirring it around. Now, I'm going to add in 4 packs of my beef bouillon, because I want that beefy flavor to be in the soup, okay? That's 1. Here's 2. Three and 4. Now, if you don't want that much, you don't have to, but I do. And if I feel that's too much, I can always add some water. Once I get this to going and bubbling, I'm going to add in the secret ingredient. A 1/2 cup of red wine. Yes, buddy. Let me give you a little spoon. In this case, a big spoon. Just want to taste that beef flavor. Goodness. Yes. I really like that. I'm gonna see if I add another one, but I don't know. I'm gonna bring this up. Then we're gonna add in that half cup of wine. Let me show you this real quick. Inexpensive. $3 bottle of wine I got from Aldi's. Not sponsored, but if they want to sponsor me, very inexpensive. Great to cook with. I'm gonna put in. Let's see, how much do I want to put in here? There we go. It's about a half cup, maybe a little more. Now don't worry about the alcohol. It's gonna cook off in here. Zoop. All right. All right. I'm gonna stir this around. Get this going. I want to add another beef pack to it. I want to bring this to a boil and then let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Okay, once we bring this up to a boil, I'm going to be right back. Now, see, this is a nephew's. I brought it to a boil. Now, I'm going to lower it down to a simmer. I'm also going to move it on to a different eye because I'm going to next make the garlic toast that's going to go in the soup. I'm going to let this, let's give you a little view. I'm going to let this just simmer. I'm turning this down now. See? I'm going to put the top on and let it just simmer itself until it's done. About 15 minutes. For right now, I'm going to take some more butter. I'm taking 4 pieces of bread. Whole wheat. You can also use those French baguettes if you choose. Those work as well, but this will do. I'm just using what I got from the food pantry, okay? We're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna stir this around. Okay. Get this coated all over the pan. Put this over to one side. Show you why I'm doing that in just a second. Take our bread. A little sprinkle of garlic. Put it in there. Another little sprinkle of garlic over there. Repeat with your other piece of bread. It's garlic. That's all I can fit in here right now. Why'd I put that little butter over there? So that when this is toasted on this side, you flip it over, you'll have some more butter to spread around the pan. All right, my oven has come up to temperature. I'm cooking something else for tomorrow's video that I hope you all will like. I'm gonna turn this up a bit so I can toast this side. What's everybody gonna be for Halloween? Okay, we're gonna have some more shows, some Halloween things coming up, and I'm gonna have a Halloween special showing all the spooky food you can do for a party, for a kid's party, for an adult party. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna have a little segment where I do Halloween drinks for adults. Now you can always make these virgin for kids, and a wonderful Halloween punch I make called my zombie punch. Because after 2 drinks, you're a zombie. Ladle your soup up in there like that. See how you did that? All right. I'll put the top on this. Now, most people, this is what you do. They use Gruyere cheese. I did not have Gruyere cheese. I'm using Munster. I'm going to take me a wedge or two of my wonderful garlic toast. Put it right in there. I'm going to take my Munster cheese. Yes, I am. And I'm going to go over top. Now, they put them in the oven, in the broiler, to get the cheese done over top. This cheese is already hot. I'm going to put it just like this. I'm going to tear some pieces up and get it down in there, because I like mine extra cheesy, just like my jokes. And I'm going to put another piece on top, like that. Now, take me a saucer, put over top, let this sit for 2 to 3 minutes. Remember, this soup is real hot. It was boiling. And we'll have some melted cheese over top. All right, 2 to 3 minutes have passed, and 1, 2, 3, voila. French onion soup with some nice gooey, ooey cheese. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh yeah. You get the first sip. Nieces and nephews, this is a true treat to have on a cold night, or a nice fall night, or a night like tonight, where we're going to watch spooky movies for Halloween. Oh yeah. Now remember, you might have to add some salt. I don't, okay? But this came out so good. Oh my goodness. And talk about something that'll keep you from having a cold. Oh yeah, this will do it. Now, we're going to pick out a movie, and I will be back tomorrow with another spooky dish for you, all right? Now, you let me know what you're watching, what you're going to be for Halloween, and what you're cooking, all right? Big love from Uncle Chris.